Hey, Soul Tribe. Sasha, go play. Tracy here with Sweet Spot E-Magazine. Let me put her outside. I'll be right back. Go. Go on. Stop it. I don't know what's going on. See, somebody said they was going to do something and they didn't do it. Or they not going to do it. Just like she did all that, she was like, oh, I want to go outside. I want to go outside because she was not budget. She was right here leaning up on me. Then we get to the door and she's like, psych. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, subscribes, the comments, generous donations of all forms, everything. I appreciate it all. Hey, Saida. Hey, Malcolm. We're going to go ahead, ring the bell, clear out this energy, and then we'll see what the Masters of Spirit has for us. And this is that part 2 from what we had this morning. Hey, Elizabeth. And just to kind of get people up to speed or to kind of refresh. Somebody that had money was sitting here being honest with themselves about the help that they had along the way to make this money or to obtain all of this wealth, and how they chose not to help you and not to give you important information that would keep your life balanced. Because they felt like if you didn't know the way, you wouldn't be able to make it. Now it's like, of course, somebody didn't plan all the way through because they're in regret. So let's grab another deck. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. Hey, Shaylin. I feel like someone feels like a fool whenever they, it's almost like whenever you was a child or something, or you were young, someone felt like a fool because they could sense this gift about you, but it's almost like they didn't want to believe it. And I feel like that's why they was really trying to do what they was really trying to do. But now it's almost like somebody's getting some clear communication from the Most High. Hey, Ness. Someone is getting the affirmative that this shit is real, that this shit is really happening, that this shit is really on and popping. And I feel like this is why somebody, kind of like had you, they kind of really like had you separated from the others. Almost like this person in some type of way felt like they needed to keep you separated so that you didn't, quote unquote, infect the others. And it was almost like, the whole time growing up, someone, they did for you, but they didn't do for you. Like, you had clothes, you had food, you had shoes, school products, but you didn't have that unconditional love. You didn't have that extra helping. You didn't have that extra portion. You didn't get that helping hand. You didn't get that. So somebody did for you, but they didn't really do for you. You see what I'm saying? But what they did was, it's almost like they tried to label you as the wild child, the one that caused the problem, And really, what it is that you was the one that was so loving, so gifted, so like unique. Something about you is calming, like could calm a beast. And I'm telling you, somebody tried whatever they could to change that, to get you off balance, to make it so that you didn't have that extra gift about you. But I'm telling you now, somebody, like I said, they are in regret and they're sick. They have some type of illness. But and they feel right now that you know what? I don't know why I'm hearing atonement. It's like somebody's feeling like they have to atone for things. Hey, Paul. Yeah, because it's almost like now somebody wishes that they could give something to you. That they could single you out and give to you and possibly heal the situation. It's almost like now somebody wants they want you to feel, now they want to tell you how special you are. They want to do something so you feel special, so that they can try and atone for a lifetime of obstacles, of challenges, of toxicity, of disrespect, of exclusion. Yeah, now somebody wishes that they could like heal this situation, but you know what? They understand that this is not going to be no easy thing. This was like some real feelings involved here. It's almost like, you know what? I feel like you kind of put this behind you, healed yourself, and let go emotionally. It's like this doesn't even really bother you anymore. It's like whatever. It's almost like the light switch was turned off. The heart switch was turned off for this situation. And whatever somebody was trying to do, they did, but they didn't realize the effect that it was going to have, or that they didn't realize what they was doing. They thought that you was going to be that everybody was going to be clicked off to you, and you was going to be clicked off to everybody. But they didn't realize that you was going to be clicked on to everybody. Everybody was going to be clicked on to you, but you was going to be clicked the fuck off of them. See, yeah, somebody, it's like almost like they anticipated something, but they didn't anticipate this. Like I said, you went within, you healed. You love yourself. What is okay to love and what is not okay to love. You knew when to end something, who to put an end to. It's almost like you had to put an end to this person, to put some distance, some space to protect yourself. And now that somebody has a different point of view, now they're living in regret. Now they wish that they would have seen, and added you as part of the family as opposed to excluding you. Now they wish they wouldn't have left you out in the cold. Now they wish they would have talked to you. Now they wish they would have told you, instructed you, gave you the knowledge, the information that you needed. Now they wish they would have showed you some favor. Hello, Awakened Chosen 333. See, you moved on, upward, forward, regardless, in spite of. Shaylin, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for those jewels. Regardless. I'm hearing that song, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. Can't Nobody Stop. Oh no. You know, I don't know the words. I got to keep on moving. Can't nobody break my stride. Can't nobody slow me down. Oh no. That's the song I'm hearing. And see, they realizing they got themselves in a whole situation. Hey, Red Violet, how are you? In a real situation. And then on top of that, the whole relationship with this person, you know, is trash. It's like this is two different people. The you know, it's like they fucked up with you, and they didn't realize that was going to ultimately have them fuck up with everybody else. Fucked up with everybody else. When you cut it off, it's like it cut it off to them for everybody else, thinking that you was going to be cut off. They didn't realize that they sliced their own self from the situation. Hey, Twyla. Yeah, you did what you had to do for you. That's why you came out on top. That's why you came out on top and in control. You know, you good. It's like you got your hustle on. See, somebody expected you to be sitting in a corner somewhere, pouting, crying, not knowing what to do. How do I move forward from this? You was like, see ya. Let me go ahead and get my money. That's going to make me feel better. And that's exactly what you did. Now somebody's seeing for the longest how they did not give you any love, how they was not that mother to you. And they see that. They was not loyal. They didn't give you anything. They didn't give you a damn thing. They kept you at arm's length. They the ones who was sitting here causing shit. Now they want a helping hand. Now they want to know if they could balance this shit out. You know, they're going to balance the whole family out. You know, balance all of this out. You know, although they didn't sat there and curse the shit. You know, now they sitting here stressing while they sitting here looking at you. And they can't get mad at what you say because they know that you're speaking the truth. They can't get mad that right now you might be cold as ice, but they know on the inside you're really a loving person. And for real, I feel like, you know, if it's this mother figure, her wish fulfillment is that y'all could go back in time, that y'all could give it a, you know, go back around again. You know, like you gonna work with her knowing that what she did to you in the past. I mean, you know, there's only so much pain a certain person can take. And I feel like you've had your fill. Thought I saw a gnat, a monitoring motherfucking spirit. I thought I saw a gnat. The motherfucker was on my leg. Was is the key word because he dead now. Or she, whoever. They dead now. See, I feel like you was mentally prepared. You were strong enough. You was ready. You was able. And I feel like that's why you went ahead and you took care of, or you took advantage of, or you had this opportunity. You took this as an opportunity as opposed to a setback. Yeah, and you made your plan of what you was going to do. You did it, and look, you conquered. You shined. The path that you took was the right path to take. And now somebody in the background sitting here thinking about how they was trying to cast spells on you, how they was trying to do this, and while they was acting like a whole warlock, like there was a whole witch, they definitely didn't want to see you. They definitely didn't want to see you prosper. Now they thinking like if they can make up this little concoction of a apology. And you're supposed to be like, okay, well, could be. We'll see. Hey, Erica. See, they don't, like, you know what? People don't want to they do shit to you and then kind of forget the shit that they do, because whenever they was doing it, they was just being flippant. They was just being full of themselves. But you remember each and everything. And see, this person don't want to realize how deep, how hurtful each and every one of those cuts felt. They don't want to realize or accept how hurting, how horrible, how horrifying it was for you to hear all the negative and nasty shit that was said about you. I could understand if the shit was true. And Lord knows what else was said. Lord knows what else is going to come out. That's why when you said, you know what, when you decided that you was going in that direction and you was just going to build for yourself, you was going to strike out on your own, you was going to do what you needed to do for you, that's exactly what you did. And the thing is, you did it by yourself without advertising, and these people don't know what the fuck you doing, what you into. They just know that you're successful. They just know that you got it going on. Hey, Susan. Hey, Original. That's all they know. Like I said, it's like now people realize, oh, yeah, you know what? I guess, yeah, well, yeah. My grandmother's house was willed to me, and she only left me $10,000. That's not a lot. And shit, you didn't get nothing. You ain't get no house. Yeah, well, it's like somebody they wanted to give me this car for the longest. So, oh yeah, no, I lived with my parents for forever. I did this. I ain't pay no rent. No, back then we didn't have to do all that. Somebody realizing that what they had to help, a big ass helping hand, whereas you didn't have nothing. Somebody want to communicate with you. You may be getting the message. Somebody wants something to say. I don't. Somebody. It's not somebody wants something to say. Somebody got something to say. They want to tell you something. What else, Spirit? Somebody want to feel light as a feather. I feel like because somebody right now that. It's like they don't know what to do. I feel like this is almost like a spaghetti stick to the wall moment for them, because they don't know what to say. They don't know what to say. They know they want to say something, but that's just it. They don't know what to say. So they're kind of thinking of everything. See what sounds good. What will stick to the wall. What else, Spirit? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like this person, they don't, because they don't know what to say. They're hesitant to say anything. They're still holding back, although they know that this group is no good. That all that's been exposed. They know that. They know that. They know that things was not was a little bit hard for you. Like I said, this person, they realize that. But like I said, if they don't want to they don't want to say something and it turned into an all-out war. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where their hesitation is coming. And then on top of that, they don't want to say something and you act cold as motherfucking ice. Yeah. They feel in a certain way, like they don't know. They feel kind of trapped, kind of stuck. They don't know how to approach you. They don't know if you even want to be approached. They don't know if you're going to talk about this shit. That's just it. They don't know. That's why they're holding back. That's why they're afraid. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because you ended things with this person and you went off by yourself. You was like, I'm good. And it's funny because that same wild child that you were supposed to have been, now look at you. Yeah. They know. They know because they was not right with you. Like I said, they tried to purposely knock you off your path and make things a little harder for you, make life a little rough. Like they purposely always wanted to continually teach you a lesson. But when was they gonna learn the fucking lesson? But they was intent on teaching you a lesson, but yet they was being hard-headed about themselves learning a lesson about stay in your motherfucking lane. Be nice to people. Stop bullying people. Stop acting like an asshole, because you never know who you're gonna need at the end of the day. Now they thinking about the end of the motherfucking day. They thinking about that quote unquote wild child, the one that had so much love in their heart, the one who was not afraid to go out and do whatever it was that they wanted to do because they was a trail motherfucking blazer. What's the message? They never ever thought that they was going to need you, and they never thought that they was going to regret this day. They never thought that they was going to sit here and feel like they had to actually give you your props and look up to you for you being and doing you. Because I'm telling you, it's like somebody realized they had others that they worked with, others that helped them. You know what I'm saying? Here they are throwing obstacles in your way, trying to get you off balance, but yet they got somebody else helping them so that they can stay balanced, so that they can continue to have their shit grow. They wanted you not to really know which way to turn. That's why they didn't tell you shit. Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody was not trying to be no family. They didn't love you. They didn't care for you. They was not really trying to be there for you. They was like, fuck that little motherfucker. You see, they didn't know you was going to be the one with the truth. You was going to be the one that was intelligent. You was going to be the one, if you want to be rich, sometimes you got to be a bitch. You was going to be that one that was, you can call me a bitch, but you was going to be the one that was moving forward because you knew what time it was. And that's why you did it on your own. You had to. You didn't have no choice. I'm telling you, it's like when you walked away, that's when shit collapsed. Everything went down. And they all felt like fools. Each and every one of them. Because here they are trying to fuck with you, trying to fuck with your emotions, trying to fuck with your relationship and all that shit. And now they sitting here with their head in their hands. What else? Thank you. Yeah, somebody is thinking about the past of when, you know, like they wish that they could have saw this in the past, you know, like they would have seen something different. Now they awaken. Like every obstacle that they put in your path and how you seem to just kind of squirm through or work it through, or, you know, the shit that was easy for you was hard for the ones that they was trying to get ahead. And they sitting here thinking about those other ones. The ones that they really gave the love to. They really coached them. They really guided them. They really talked to them. They really explained things to them and all that shit. You? That was like, yeah, go on over there. Read them instructions. I don't care that it's in Japanese. Just learn Japanese. So, you did. What's the message? Now they upset that you know Japanese and shit. You could say something negative to them right in their face, or write something real big about them right in their face. They wouldn't know what it is. Yeah. See, somebody's realizing that those tricks that they played when they should have been, you know, somebody that was able to, that was there to give you love and guidance and everything. They seen that shit backfired on them. That shit didn't work at all. I'm telling you, shit didn't work at all. Because like I said, now they sit here looking back and thinking about that journey where the direction they decide to go. They hate that shit. That's too many. Too many. I will take this one. Yeah, something about you. You always stood out. You won. And you didn't even know that you was in a contest, playing a game, in some type of challenge. Just like whenever you was younger, you didn't know it was a challenge. You didn't know it was a game. Hell, to be honest, it felt like it was fucking survival. What's the message? Yeah, this one to come out. 5 of Wands. We're gonna pull another deck. Anything else from this deck, Spirit? That 5 of Wands keep wanting to come out. I'm telling you. You was trying to have some fucking survival. And you won. Ha! They was coming up after you. They was coming after you. You knew that. All because they wanted to curse you. They wanted you to be overburdened. They wanted to overpower you. What's the message? Yep, they're looking at you. They're watching you. Yes, indeed. They're watching you. And something is like they know that something's not going to work. They know that it's not going to work. They know you too defensive. Hi, yes, son. How are you? Yeah, because you know that they were sitting here trying to overburden you. They was trying to curse you. They was trying to hurt you. They was really trying to harm you. That's why you had to walk away. But see, they didn't realize, boom, that's when everything blew up in their face. I'm telling you, they are watching you secretly. They don't want you to know. They have been watching you. And you know what they're afraid of? You know what they're afraid of? They're afraid that you're going to figure everything out. Because they know that something about this something is coming back around. Because we got 2 8 right here. Something that they work, something that you do. Something that you do is too powerful. Something that you do is too powerful. I'm telling you, and it's coming back around. It's kicking their ass. It's almost like either you return something, and it's kicking their ass. I'm telling you, it's kicking their ass. You don't even know. You don't even know about this. How powerful you are. You don't even know about this gift that you got. It's almost like you think it's coming back. The way that you thinking, it's not like you thinking it maliciously or nothing like that. But I'm telling you, this person knows that you've had this gift ever since you was a kid. That's why your ass got treated. Because it's almost like this person could try and come up against you. And even if they did something, that's why they would do shit. It's almost like immediately they would receive some type of karma. You didn't know about it because you was a kid. But immediately they would receive some type of karma. Whether they got a speeding ticket, whether they broke their toe, whether they, got fired from a job, whether they this, whether they that, something happened. Every time they fuck with you, something would happen to them. And that's what make them upset. And they get more and more and more and more and more pissed off. Because then it's almost like they started to fear you a little bit. And that's caused a lot of resentment. Because then they felt like you was more powerful than them. I'm telling you, this person, they regret this. They regret all of this because they know they had an obligation to take care of you. This was a family situation. They had the obligation to take care of you. And they know they did a piss poor ass fucking job. Yeah, now they feeling the effects. They feeling what you felt. Ain't that something? They feeling same thing that you felt. Just several years later. I'm telling you. Everything. And they never thought if you walked away, they couldn't see it. They couldn't see it. They felt they was all so important. It was all about themselves. They couldn't see that if you walked away, everything was getting ready to crumble. Everything was going to fall. They couldn't see it. They see it now. They see it now. And you know what else they see? They see how you defended yourself against them. How you overpowered that curse. Like I said, you won. There were several that was attacking you. You won. They don't want to fuck with you. They don't want to fuck with you. But whenever you walked away, that's whenever that shit got real for them. High, educate to liberate. That's when shit got real. I told you, they are watching you. You don't know it, but they watching you. This mother figure, she's watching you. Then wants to see if damn, I wish I could just smooth things out. I wish I could just make peace with this person. Something about somebody knew that it was only a matter of time before karma came back around. And to be honest, this person knows that it was them that built up or that created this whole you feeling defensive. Anything else? Anything else from the stack? No. Somebody's feeling left out of their own making. Bottom of the deck. Partnerships and alliances. Yeah, somebody wished that they could come together with you. They really do. Because then it's almost like them sitting here dreaming like if y'all got together and y'all could do this and y'all could do that, and like how they would just spend time with you and how they would do this and conversations and talking about the emotions, and this somebody wants to do that. It's almost like now somebody's ready to talk. Now somebody wants to have that new beginning. Now somebody wants to have some positive movement forward. Somebody realizes that they kid themselves. They fucked themselves over because they definitely didn't choose wisely. And what they did choose didn't choose them back. And the whole time you was trying to choose them, but they wasn't trying to choose you. And now this person, here you are being seen for the good things that you're doing with your life, your creative energy, your time. Somebody else is going in the wrong direction. Somebody else is having a fall from grace. I feel like you started to gain your material harvest because you was relying on God, like you was praying daily. Because if you look at this person, look at their hands. Their hands are like praying. They are in prayer mode. Their head is bowed. They are being thankful for everything that they got. And that was you. You sat in solitude and you read the good book. You wrote your book. You did whatever you needed to do. You sought wisdom. You sought guidance. You sought God. And that's when everything started moving fast for you. But at the same time that things were moving fast for you, things were disrupting quickly for everybody else that you left. Because they didn't realize that whenever you was there, you are the firm foundation everything started with you. You were the flame. You were the fire. You were the ignition. You were passion ignited. You was the one who brought the fulfillment of the wishes. See, people didn't want you to go through, it's almost like it was some type of metamorphosis. They didn't want you to turn into a butterfly. They didn't want you to get your angelic wings. That's why they tried to stop you. They didn't want you to know that God has special favor for you because of everything that you have been through. Somebody, like I said, they didn't want you to get your wings, your spiritual wings. Like I said, you was going through some sort of metamorphosis, this transformation, and then this light, this guiding light, God's guiding light, telling you, guiding you, like God was doing your entire life, because you was the one that was left out in the cold. And now that they see that they couldn't stop you, now they wanted to see if they could stop you from going through that transformation. But you know what? They couldn't stop anything. It was a matter of divine timing. The wait is over. They can't stop you, even if 100 of them come up against you. It's just going to be 100 of them with busted kneecaps. It's just going to be the emergency rooms filling up with 100 knucklehead motherfuckers. They can't stop you because your third eye is already open. Those nuggets of wisdom have already been placed. They've already been watered. They're already growing. And something about love beginning. This is something that I feel like this is something that you had took your time waiting, getting yourself together, pruning what parts of you that no longer needed to be there. I feel like you know, while you was waiting for love to begin, that you were aware that God was the one who had to, do this, step in. That it was like, you just had to wait for that whisper. Yes. But I feel like something is about to begin with someone. Confirmation. Something is about to begin with someone. And now that same person to put these obstacles and challenges in your way. This is the same person who's actually having obstacles and challenges and going through that mental conflict themselves, because they know that, you know what? They had a spiritual union with you. All they had to do was water that grass. All they had to do was treat you right. But instead, what do? They sacrificed, thinking they were sacrificing you. They sacrificed the relationship with you. Therefore, they sacrificed themselves. Now they are suffering in silence. As they watch you triumph. As they watch you have everything that your heart desires. Even it could be somebody from the past coming back with their memories of love, who your heart truly desired. This is your destiny. This is your path. This is your time. This is you winning triumphant success. This is you going through the battle and winning and living to tell about it. Now somebody, they feel a certain way because, it's like they didn't realize how strong you were. They didn't realize how strong they was, how the emotional suffering was going to be for them. I'm telling you, these are 2/8. This shit came right back around on them. They didn't know how much they was going to be suffering, how much they was going to feel left out, how much their heart was going to hurt because they chose that route. They chose that action. I'm telling you, somebody feels lost without you. It's like something about their confidence. They don't have it at that same confidence anymore, and it's like something about after you moved on. Or maybe they don't have the confidence to move on from you. They don't. Because the same person is sitting here hoping and praying that maybe somebody will give them another chance. That I feel like hoping and praying that somebody would give them another chance or hold some type of a desire for this relationship or feel like this relationship held some type of weight. But I feel like this person really knows that it's time for them to have some type of balance in their life. I feel like they realize that it's because of their own choices, their own decisions, their own movements, how they decided to move. It's got them where they're at. This person refused to listen to their intuition. They felt like they was going to have victory and success doing it their way, allowing their own ego to guide them. Not even paying attention to the words or the downloads that was coming and trying to help them with, in their crown chakra. I'm telling you, somebody ignored everything. They thought that if they just went ahead and allowed themselves to go the way of the temptation or the devil or whatever toxicity, that they was going to get some money behind it. But now somebody's understanding that no, there's no money there. Now somebody having to look at the other side of the situation, the opposite side of the coin, the side they refuse to see. The part that they didn't realize that you was going to be strong enough to stand your ground and take care of yourself, to do you. This person is like, they are not happy with their life. They're not happy with their life. And you know what? The truth is, this person, they had and I won't say they had all the time in the world, but they had time. They had time to get it right. They had time to ask God, to guide them, to lead them in the right direction. But instead, this person didn't want to do this. And now you've ascended. You have ascended. And shit's come back on them. And this person, they feeling it. That heartache, that loss, the being left out in the cold. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. This person knows they had time. They had time to get this right. They had time to get this right, but instead they chose to go in the wrong direction. Instead, they went the wrong direction with this whole relationship. They allowed something else to control them. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, I thought I saw one that flipped. Maybe not. Yeah, I feel like these last few readings, over these last few days, have been like almost like a series. Yeah, this is your time. You have been patient. You've been waiting on God. You've been working on yourself, building yourself up. And I feel like, and now's that time. I feel like you are going to meet someone that you connect with, someone that you resonate with, someone that y'all get each other. I'm telling you, y'all are like two, y'all are maybe very two important people, because these are two pillars. So y'all may be two pillars in the community, or y'all are two pillars in a spiritual community or something, but you both have that same awareness. Something about your safety and security, about protecting that relationship. Yeah. Standing your ground. What else? Anything else from the stack? We're going to pull some from the stack. Yep. Something about that heart. Telling you, your heart is open. That heart chakra should be open, and then and then your throat. I'm telling you, this is going to be I'm telling you, it's going to be the perfect time. Your heart's open, their heart's open, and you're going to know the right thing to say at the right time. You're going to know that this is, and it's going to be something that is. I feel like you're going to say something that's kind of spiritual. With the wisdom and the third eye, I feel like you're going to say something that's on a spiritual level. And this is what's going to get this person's attention. This is when this person's going to be like, wait, what did you just say? That's when this person's going to know that, you know what? You are like, who you solid. You solid. That's when that person's going to know you're solid. I'm telling you, y'all are going to be like two pillars. What else? Thank you, something special. Yeah, I told you. Love is getting ready to begin. There's somebody that's coming in. You done went through something. You done leveled up. You dealt with it. You done, dealt with the demons. You put them, you slayed them or whatever. You did what you needed to do, whatever it was that you had to do. And now the rest is supposed to come to you. It's coming. It's happening quicker than what you imagine. You're going to feel like this is going to disrupt your entire life. You're going to feel like things is moving too fast. Like, yo, slow. But it's not moving too slow. Because see, the sail is, this is that positive moving forward. That sail is up. The wind is just carrying you. Yep. But you got to be careful. You got to choose wisely. Hey, Red Violet. What's the message? What's the message? What's the message? Anything else from this deck? Nope, let's pull some from the stack. Yeah, I'm telling you, something about you are transforming for the better, baby. Let's see. Yeah, because you were right now, you were on the right-hand side of God. And you, whatever you said to somebody, you meant what you said. You know, because like, especially if you're sitting on the right-hand side of God, you're not playing. You're not doing no play. You're doing for real, real. You know, it's kind of like at some point you had your feet, and you was doing things, you know, righteously, trying to being respectful, trying to show love, and this, and somebody else just was doing the same old bullshit. So whenever you said what you had to say and cut them off, you still kept getting blessed. Because that was when you really decided, when God really said that was going to bless you, because God knew that at that point, that door was closed. Yeah, I'm telling you something about this conviction of spirit, knowing between right and wrong, good and evil. But God, if it wasn't for God, you would not be here. And I'm telling you, they hated that you called a spade a spade. You called them out, and they hated. And you wasn't disrespectful. You was quiet. You was kind. You was still loving. And they big mad. Because see, they wanted you to like lose it. They wanted you to come out the bag. They wanted to get their cameras out and have give people something to look at. Hey, Cleo. Yes, I'm telling you, somebody is a little nervous. They are a little nervous. And you know what? If they was going to a practitioner, that practitioner refused service. That it's like, nah, I'm good. Telling you, family, they will get you each and every time. It's almost like they waiting. They waiting. They can't do it enough. What's the message? Now see, somebody that fucked around with you. Now they feel like they stranded on an island alone, and they need you. And they're scared that you remove those swords that they put in your back. I'm telling you, somebody was, yeah, but see, they really scared because now they realize that you God's child. Ain't that fucked up? When you realize, oh shit, I've been fucking with God's child. I've been harassing and bullying God's child the whole time. Oh shit. They slept on you. Damn. That's too bad. The whole time you was the prize. The whole time. And you got a very high spiritual IQ. This is what someone is going to be attracted to. You have a very high spiritual IQ. And it's because you love yourself. And you have been given spiritual authority over certain things. This is going to shock somebody too. This is when they're about to have an aha moment. Because see, they didn't even know what spiritual authority was. But they're going to realize that you have spiritual authority over quite a lot. Something about you, it's time for you to treat yourself to something. See, they put you down because it's actually how they feel about themselves. And they just did stupid stuff for attention. But the trash took itself out. You know? The trash took itself out. And now all the dark has cleared. What else, Spirit? What else? What time is it? 8 o'clock? Okay, I got to get out here in a minute. Because me and my little dog, we like to go. Well, she likes it more than me. To go out back and sit outside. So we're sitting out there together. So I got to do that before I go to bed. If not, she's going to be up and down all night. Something about, I'm telling you, you have a very high IQ. You know, something about your spiritual side. You're highly intuitive. Something about your 12th house. I told you somebody is in bad health. I told you. Somebody's health is not doing well. And this is the same person is afraid of dealing with their inner demons. At least they were, but now they're trying to, like I said, atone. This person is spending a lot of time alone. And they realized that they made a lot of impulsive moves when it came to you. This is somebody that, was part of a coven. Still could be. They can't wear your crown. And they know that, because they know that they don't know how to get down. Therefore, they don't qualify, no quantify to wear your motherfucking crown. Sitting over there looking like a motherfucking clown. They know that you are the Empress. No matter if this is someone that's your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, they know that you are the Empress. Anything else, Spirit? We're getting ready to swing the pendulum. So I can go sit outside with my little, can't even say the name, because then she'll be up in here pressuring me. What's the message? Anything else? Okay. Yep. Loyalty. Huh. Maybe that's what's coming to you. Or that's what is due you. Loyalty. Because this last person, they know that they had nothing to offer you emotionally. At least if they did, they didn't give it to you. And I'm telling you, the guilt is eating them up. Yep. Someone is scared. Somebody with an E, F, G, or H. They're afraid, but used to be afraid of what people thought. But now they're afraid of purgatory. And guess what? They're guilty. They're guilty because they was trying to be a trickster. All right, y'all. Think of your question. Think of your question. Think of your question. Oh. All right, Spirit. Which way is the pendulum going to swing? Is it going to be a yes? No. It's going to be a maybe. It's going to be a in review. Which way is the pendulum going to swing, Spirit? Looks like it's actually starting to swing in now. Yeah, it looks like it's swinging now. Doesn't feel like it's a definite no. It feels like it's a weak no. Like, yeah, because sometimes it swings left or right. But this one, it feels like, you know how somebody's not really sure, like they will, somebody says, I'm never going to drink wine again. Next weekend they like, well, one glass is not gonna hurt. And then four glasses later they're like, oh shit, I remember now. Or I'm done with his ass. I'm done with her ass. 2 days later, what you doing? Somebody like, it was like that. Yeah, because it's kind of going in the maybe direction. Yep, it's going the diagonal in the maybe direction. So it's like somebody's not really sure. They're not really sure. It's a maybe, could be, possibility, might be, or may not be. But it's a we'll see. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. TikTok, I'm getting ready to close y'all down. Something special. Thank you so very much. TikTok, look for something special to post a promotion or something. Like on Saturday or something. Saturday or Sunday or something. All right. See y'all. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And follow your girl. Sometimes I'm funny. Sometimes I'm not. But most times I am. But sometimes I'm not. All right. Love y'all. Let's shut this down. All right. All right. Thank y'all. I appreciate you all so very much. Red Violet, thank you so very much. I appreciate you going from one to the other, girl. J Mike, thanks. I saw you in here. Shaylin, thank you. I saw you in here. Everyone, I saw you in here. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all, okay? I love you all and have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go sit outside with my little girl. Bye now.